She lights the candle, not for seduction, but because her silence deserves ceremony. There are no rose petals, no man waiting at the door, no music playing except her own breath. The letters on the nightstand are no longer folded. The silk robe is tied for comfort, not for show. This is not the beginning of a love story. It's the moment she stopped waiting to be chosen and chose herself instead. J'écrivais pour lui, mais c'était moi que je cherchais. I was writing to him, but it was me I was trying to find. Welcome to the boudoir, where every song is a letter she never sent, and every word brings her back home.
Je t'écris encore une lettre de plus.
Pour personne.
Candlelight flicks as ink stains my hands. Tonight again, I write to understand. Why do I keep writing? When will I stop trying? These words won't reach you, so what am I denying? Write your name down, watch it burn out. Every single night I let you go, but somehow I write more just to let it go. Old paper fills my room. Your memory still lingers like perfume. My confession burns blue in this flame I see through.
Pen it's paper like raindrops on windows. Each word falls heavy with things you won't know. Started in spring with letters in French. Now winter's here and I'm still making sense of the way that you left. No forward address, just silence and space in this burning mess. Every evening I light up this candle, write down a truth that I just couldn't handle. Then I watch as the fire takes hold of all of these stories that went untold, of all of these feelings I keep inside, till smoke fills the air and I close my eyes.
Habibi, mon amour, paper turns black. Je brûle ces mots, no turning back. Write your name down, watch it burn out. Every single night I let you go, but somehow I write more just to watch you fade away. She opens the drawer slowly, a silk scarf, a bottle of cologne that doesn't belong to her, but somehow never left. She doesn't cry, she inhales, because sometimes the ghost isn't the memory, it's a scent that refuses to leave.
Ton parfum reste, même quand ton amour s'est effacé. Your scent remains, even when your love has faded.
Your shirt still hangs in the back of my closet, scent of smoke and something like promise. I tried to toss it 4 times, maybe 5, but it always found its way back, like you were still alive. Not alive in body, but alive in the way I breathe. Still clinging to fabric that never loved me. The scent of you, it pulls me back to kisses spilled, to nights gone black. I'll wear your memory like perfume too strong, try to forget where I knew I belonged.
I don't want you, but my skin remembers. The back of my neck flinches every time I open that drawer. I moved on, but the scent stayed, like you sprayed goodbye and closed the door. I burn sage, I cleanse the bed, but your cologne still kisses my head. Je respire encore ce que je devrais oublier, but still breathe what I should forget. I folded it again today, this time with gloves to push you away. Tucked it behind the velvet box, next to all the things you unlocked. I'll keep the scarf, not for you, but to remind myself what not to do. Because your scent is sweet, but it stains.
The scent of you, it haunts my dress, a trace of you I can't confess. You left your mark in linen and wine, and I mistook that for a sign.
The scarf is folded, the drawer is shut, but you're in the molecules, in the moment before sleep, in the way my chest tightens when I smell anything expensive. Tu es de luxe, mais jamais amour. You are luxury, but never love.
The scent of you, it fades tonight. With every breath, I choose my light. You're not a flame, just smoke in disguise. But I breathe deeper now, with open skies. I am the candle, I am the flame, and I don't carry your scent, I carry my name.
You didn't linger, but your fragrance lied. And tonight, I finally opened the window. Je respire, enfin moi, I breathe. Finally me.
The balcony doors are open. Rain taps gently against marble. She stands barefoot, robe clinging to her skin, lips painted the color of her ache. She doesn't rush inside. She lets the sky cry for her.
Il ne m'a jamais pleuré, mais la pluie l'a fait pour lui. He never cried for me, but the rain did it for him. Umbrella closed, wine glass full, the city breathes and I stay still. He said I'll call when I feel more clear, but the only thing that's clear is he's not here. The rain began before the lights fell soft on lace, then in my eyes I kissed the storm, it kissed me back and held me better than he had. Balcony rain, my silent friend, you poured the truth he couldn't send. You touched my skin, but not my pride, and let the grief I hid inside.
I waited on this balcony for closure, but Paris doesn't deliver answers, just more rain. And maybe that's grace. Because when men leave in silence,
the sky speaks instead.
Let it fall, let it stay. This pain is part of everything. Je ne coupe plus après les éclaircies. I don't chase the sunshine anymore.
The robe clings tighter than he ever did. The wind whispers what he hid, but I don't flinch, I don't pretend. This isn't heartbreak, it's transcend. The drops baptize what I outgrew and rinse off everything untrue. I sip slow, the thunder rolls, and I breathe back what he stole.
Balcony rain, fall on me now. You washed away the sacred vow. No longer waiting on the call, I dance instead. Let it fall.
The balcony knows all my truths, the echo of unloved youth. But today I don't need rescue, I just needed the sky to feel what's true. So I light a candle, not for him, but for the version of me who let him in. Je ne l'attends plus, je m'appartiens.
I don't wait for him anymore, I belong to me. Balcony rain, kiss my face. I've made peace with empty space. You helped me more than he ever could. Now
I'm finally understood. I just needed one more storm, and tonight, again, I gave it to myself.
j'écrivais pour lui, pas vulgaire. Monte Mustang and moi, I wrote to him. But every word told me found him on me back. Ink smudged by midnight wine, each line written to feel fine. I said I forgive and wrote again, until I realized the paper was my own friend, my only friend. I never mailed a single page, but I healed with every word of rage. He never deserved that sacred prose that I kept writing. God only knows. Unsent letters placed in truth. I fall to dear grace with wounded you. You never saw, you never read, but I survived the things you never read. But I survived the things I said. It wasn't about sending, it was about bleeding in ink. You didn't need to see it, I needed to get it out of me. That's why healing starts with a pen. I don't need your eyes, I gave him grace while he disappeared without a trace. But now I reread what I wrote, sans le savoir. Yeah, I was building hope, not for us but for me, for the woman who will one day leave. He didn't respond, he wasn't meant to. The only one who answered was me. Unsent letters, mine to keep. Secrets deep in nights too deep. You never held my trembling hand, but my pen did, still stands. I tied them all with red silk thread and placed them gently by my bed. Not for nostalgia, not for pain, but to remind innocent love doesn't vanish in the mail. It rises when you tell your tale. Ces lettres ne sont pas perdues, elles m'ont retrouvée. Unsent letters, sealed and done. I wrote the words I think of, not just a writer, but a flame. No more ghosting, I sign my name. I don't write to be answered, I write to return to myself. And tonight, I found her in ink. She pours a second glass, not because she needs it, but because her body still holds the memory of his fingertips on her wine glass stem. Regret doesn't shout, it swirls, like rosé in a half-empty room. Il m'a quitté, physical rest. He left me, but the taste remains. Lipstick on the rim, dress on the chair. The bottle's almost gone and he's not there. I keep sipping like it's sacred truth, but it only blurs my wasted youth. He said this isn't goodbye, just space, but his echo still fills this place. And a rosé stains what time won't rinse. It's been a month, or maybe since. Rosé and regret, poured too slow. He kissed my lips, then let me go. I tasted hope, he left with lies. Now I drink to not revise.
This isn't a heartbreak, this is habitual sipping. The kind you do when your soul is still waiting for a knock on the door that never comes, and wouldn't be good for you if it did.
One glass for the things I missed, one for the apology I won't get.
My own silence, you make it better on music. You had me in silence, I take myself back in music.
I rearranged the table twice, lit the same candle, broke the vase he liked, but he stayed gone and I stayed spiked. Now every glass holds stories told of what I gave to hearts too cold. So I raise a toast, not to him, but to every time I loved again. Rosé and regret, flush and flame. I kept sipping through his name, but I don't toast those anymore. I drink to what I'm rising for. I placed the last drop on the sill, not in mourning, but for will, because regret doesn't live in wine. It lives in what we do with time, if time and mine. I reclaim with glass in hand. Je tremble à ma renaissance. I toast to my rebirth. Rosé and regret, no longer a pair. I once hoped, now I'm prepared to sip inside, soft and new. Know that healing tastes like truth. The glass is empty, but not tonight. I drink for me. The silk dress still hangs on the door. He never saw her in it, but she wore it for herself the night he left and found out it looked better without him. Je l'ai porté pour lui. Elle me révélait l'amour. Wore it for him, but it revealed to himself. I smoothed it down, the hem, the lace, tried it on just in case. He never knocked, never came through, so I danced alone in something new. The road bonsoir, a second skin, whispered strength from deep within. The zipper slit with sacred pride, a woman wrapped in what she'd hide. A bonsoir, a war for me, silk like armor, satin decree. He never saw it, never will, because I rose and I stood still. It wasn't about the dress, it was about the fact that I didn't wait for the fantasy. Then walked myself to the mirror and whispered, you're still worthy. You missed the best of what I gave. How I were stage, je suis divine, même sans spectateur. I am divine, even with no audience. I lit the candles, let them fall, twirled alone in a mirrored hall. The dress didn't cry, the silk didn't fade, it simply held the love I made. Not for him, but for the soul that stayed clothed when he lost control. And now this gown is mine alone, a woman crowned in skin and tone. A robe en soie, thread by thread, I stitched back all the words I said. He never touched it, never knew it was for her, the one who grew. I fold it now with calm and care, not as memory, but as prayer. Because sometimes silk holds more than thread, it holds the things we never said. Ce n'était pas une robe, c'était une renaissance. It wasn't a dress, it was a rebirth. La love au bonsoir, bonsoir, warrior eyes, to fall in love with my own eyes. No man required, no vow in place, the sacred silk in my own grace. He never saw me in a dress, but I did it, and that's all I ever needed.
A postcard, short but honest. No address, no return. Just truth written in the hush between heartbreak and healing.
Pas besoin d'enveloppe, je voulais juste le sortir de moi. No envelope needed, I just needed to get it out of me.
Dear you, not love, not flame, not the boy who forgot my name. I just wanted to write it down, to leave a little weight in town. Midnight kiss, my open chest, and I wrote what I couldn't confess. Not to win or beg or plead, but 'cause my silence had a need. Midnight postcard, no stamp to show, just ink and ink I had to let go. Not for you to ever see, but for the girl who needed me.
The pen felt heavier than the grief, it shook in my the truths when you finally does one fly into yourself. I didn't need to send it, I just needed to survive it. I signed it simply, me, folded it like prophecy, tucked it into my laundry drawer with all the love he asked for. Because sometimes paper holds more weight than years of silence or twist of fate. And when I wrote, I finally knew I never wanted him to see it through. Midnight postcard, soft release. You carry pain, you carry peace. You won't be mailed, but you were hurt inside the soul of every word. The candle flickered as I sighed and kissed the truth I used to hide. There's beauty in what we never said, because the words still know how to end. Je n'ai pas besoin de réponse. J'ai besoin de repose. I don't need a reply. I need rest. Midnight postcard, not alone. I send you now to my own home. Not for love, not for men, but for the woman who always can. Always true. Always true. The bed was unmade. The perfume fade. His toothbrush gone. But on the edge of the chair's lounge, a single piece of black lace. She doesn't pick it up. She just looks at it and breathes.
Il est parti, mais la dentelle est restée. He left, but the lace remained. His coat disappeared, his scent dissolved, all the little things he once involved. But on the chair, my favorite slip still hold in shape where he touched my hip. Lace like memories, soft and worn, tattered where the nights were torn. But it stayed and somehow still speaks of all the things we couldn't keep. The lace remained a quiet ghost of kisses stolen, of what hurt most. He's not here, but I still see that slip of silk reminding me.
There's a difference between what he took and what I let him have. He never asked about the lace, never said goodbye, but it stayed behind like it knew I'd need something to let go of, gently.
We broke, but beauty didn't fade. This lace remembers what we made. Ce n'était pas lui, c'était moi dans cette dentelle.
It wasn't him, it was me in that lace. I wore it once since he walked out, slipped it on to clear the doubt, and found a woman still divine, even after crossing lines. Now I hang it like a crown, not sorrow but a soft renown, the kind you earn through love and ache, the kind that nothing else can fake. The lace remained, but I've refrained. It's not a ghost, it's what I claim. A thread of me he couldn't steal, a reminder that I still feel.
I won't fold it out, I won't fold it up. I'll wear it one day with my head held high, because some pieces hold pain, but others hold power. Ce n'est plus un souvenir, c'est une renaissance. It's no longer a memory, it's a rebirth.
The lace remained, and so did I. I kissed the mirror, didn't cry, because in that thread I stitched a vow to love myself more deeply now. He left, the lace didn't, and neither did my worth. The coffee was stronger in the mornings he stayed. Now she brews it with cinnamon. She stirs slowly, not because she's waiting, but because desire takes time.
Le café est plus sans lui, mais le désir reste noir. The coffee is sweeter, but desire him, but he's died.
I brewed it slow, poured it neat, remembered where he used to sit. 2 cups once, 1 cup now. I still sip, just change the how. Steam rising, lips on rim. No more pouring extra for him. I add cinnamon, not out of spite, but to sweeten mornings that turn to night. Café au désir, bitter and true. A taste of love, a shade of you. But I drink slow, I don't chase fire. I stir alone and sip desire.
Desire doesn't need a partner, it needs presence. So I stopped brewing for someone else's arrival and started sipping like it was sacred.
Some mornings still taste like age, but love brewed for me never breaks. Je suis l'amertume.
Et la douceur.
I am the bitterness.
I don't reach for second marks or serve someone who trades me shrugs. This cafe is brewed with lace and spine, and I sip it knowing I'm divine. No lipstick stains on a stranger's glass, just me and memory letting it pass. And still I rise with every pour, a woman who desires and asks for more. Cafe au désir, I'll breathe you in. No need for him to taste my sin. The spoon still stirs, the cup still warms, and now I hold my own storms.
Desire lives here, not in him, in the silence between every sip, in the way I exhale into morning light and reclaim pleasure without guilt.
J'ai pas besoin de t'aimer pour me s'aimer. I don't need to love you to savor myself.
Café au désir, dark and deep. I stir the love I choose to keep. No man, no guest, no foreign skin. Just cinnamon, silk, and everything within.
Desire doesn't live in a second cup, it lives in me. A reclamation.
A reclamation.
The sound that goes down the hallway. Clip, clip, clip. Not for him, not for anyone. Just for the way she feels when she walks. Confidence in 4 inches.
Heels on marble, red at dawn. Another night where he's long gone, but I walk like every tile's mine. and every echo says I'm divine. No one watches, no one waits, but I still sashay like I tempt fates, because these steps were made for men. They're for the woman I am again. Heels on marble, truth in stride. I don't need love to feel this high. I click with purpose, grace, and flame, and every echo says my name.
He doesn't call, and that silence sounds like marble under my heels. Because I don't beg, I arrive. No audience but the wind and floor. Still I walk like I need no more. Je fais du bruit, même sans toi. I make noise,
Et je make noise, even without you. These heels saw tears, yes it's true, but now they glide like something new. I wear them in my own reflection, not for conquest, not for affection. They lift me up 4 inches tall on marble halls that heard it all, but now they hear me rising slow, the kind of grace no man will know. Heels on marble, click and clang. My body's beat, my soul's acclaim. He thought he silenced something deep, but baby, watch the way I keep.
real for welcome. I walk through her. Every step is a soft announcement. I'm not the woman who waited. Je suis parti. Je suis resté. Je suis resté moi. Rêve hybride. But I stay me. Final.
Full release, heels on marble, echo wide, the silence cracked. I'm back inside, not begging, not begging, not self-assured, just walking loud and letting go.
The floor remembers. The mirror smiles.
And I walk for me. She didn't wear the lingerie for anyone. She didn't wait to be touched. She slipped between velvet sheets, pressed her hand to her heart and whispered, "You are still worthy." Velvet sheets, candle burn, a page I didn't plan to turn. I slipped beneath without a name, no arms to hold, no blame, no shame. I wore silk just for the weight of being mine, of sealing fate. And every thread beneath my skin said softness isn't something you win. Velvet sheets, no need to prove. I don't perform, I don't remove what stays in silence, soft and deep, still makes me known, still helps me sleep.
This isn't emptiness. It's elegance to slide between your own sheets.
And realize you are the warmth you were always chasing. The world can wait, the past can fade, but velvet holds what men betray. She's real to touch, she's real to save. Not harsh, not cold, not full of fight, just sensual presence in the night. I trace my own name on the thigh and smile without a reason why. Because tonight no lie was said, just a lace breath in my own bed. Velvet sheets, truth below. I don't ache, I let it go. I wrap in fabric, not in fear, and hold myself until I'm clear. No text reply, just the silk slip and a no inside. Because the velvet doesn't lie.
Je ne suis pas seul, je suis entière. I am not alone.
Velvet sheets, sacred key. I chose me and fell asleep. No one missing, no regret. Just my body, soft and sad.
I don't wait to be held anymore. I slip between softness and find myself there.
She doesn't write anymore. Not because she has nothing to say, but because she stopped needing someone to hear it. The pen is still on the table. The ink still flows. But the pages now belong to her. No more letters folded with trembling hands. No more waiting for a name that never deserved the address. Je me parle maintenant, et je m'écoute. I speak to myself now. And I listen. She doesn't write for him. She doesn't write to be saved. She just lights a candle, places her palm over her heart, and breathes.
She changed the sheets, she flipped the mattress, but the pillow still holds the weight of the night he left. Il n'est plus là, mais l'oreiller s'en souvient. He's no longer here, but the pillow remembers. The linen's new, the scent replaced, but I still feel his breath, his haste. The pillow holds what can't be washed. All the nights I gave, all the loss. He cradled lies and silent cries, and now it stares with sleepless eyes. I fluff it up, but it resists, still shaped by all the things I miss. The pillow still knows the truth I hide, the tears I wept, the nights I lied. I sleep alone, but it's not clean. The shape of him still haunts the scene.
He said goodbye without turning his head, but the pillow felt everything he couldn't say. Sometimes fabric holds more memory
than the man ever did. I changed the bed, not the past, but this softness seems to last. Je me réveille, mais il reste dans le creux.
I wake, but he stays in the hollow.
I tried to sleep in a new pose, tried facing windows, curling toes, but every night the same old dip, where love one side and fingers slip. Then though the warmth is long since died, the pillow still feels like where he lied, not with words but with retreat. the kind that starts beneath the sheet. The pillow still knows it craves release, but I'm the one who finds the peace. So when it holds the part I shed, it's sleep on truths I write instead. Tonight I press my head down slow, not to forget, but just to grow. I tell the pillow thank you, stay, but I don't dream of him today.
Je mérite un sommeil sans fantôme. I deserve a sleep without ghosts.
The pillow still knows, and so do I. But now I kiss the past goodbye. Not with rage, not with fake, just with softness I choose to take.
He's gone, but I stay in the pillow. No, now it only holds me.
No door slam, no screaming, just one long look, and a quiet, permanent kind of goodbye. Il est parti doucement. Mais la heure. Il est parti doucement, mais la douleur était entière. Et la tienne was home.
No suitcase, just a shifting gaze. You step back in a foggy haze. No final word, no broken glass, just vanish like a prayer that passed. I watch the door close, not in rage, but like the turning of a page. Soft goodbye, soft retreat, but the echo knocked me off my feet. Soft goodbye, no fight, no flame, but everything still felt the same. He didn't shout, he just let go. An island silence can feel like snow. Not every ending has a storm. Some leave you cold without a form. Il ne m'a pas brisé, il m'a vidé.
He didn't break me, he emptied me.
Now I close the window slow. Let the wind remind me what I know. The softness isn't always kind, and quiet can distort your mind. But I stitched my name into the air, so I'd remember I was there. Not abandoned, but released. Not forgotten, just at peace. Soft goodbye, no need to stay. I won't beg, I'll walk away. Not for him, but for my grace. To leave without losing my place. I don't burn the shirt, don't erase the song. I just fold what didn't belong, because healing doesn't always cry. Sometimes it just says goodbye.
C'était pas brutal, c'était réel. It wasn't brutal, it was real.
Soft goodbye, and now I rest. Not with wounds, but with my best. You left without a single lie, and I remain to say goodbye.
It didn't break me,
on the 8:17 train. She watched from the window with tea in her hand. He asked her to follow. She said nothing, because some goodbyes don't need luggage, only roots.
Il est parti, j'ai choisi Paris.
He asked, are you coming with me? Eyes like doors are locked too many times. I smiled, traced the teacup rim, and watched the sunrise without him. The city hummed like a quiet yes, a love letter dressed in a black silk dress. And in that silence I finally knew I didn't need to follow through. Paris, I stayed, not from fear, but because my soul lived here. No train, no man, no vow to chase, just cobblestones in my own embrace. He thought love was a passport, but I knew home is where your silence sings back to you. And Paris has always known my name. You left for dreams and foreign skies, but I built altars where truth lies. Je suis resté parce que je me suis retrouvé ici. I stayed because I found myself here. I walk the same, I sip alone, but every step still feels like home. Now waiting now, not lost in ache, but tasting joy in each slow break. Because staying isn't always weak, and goodbye doesn't mean you speak. I just stayed, no dramatic scene, a woman choosing what feels clean. Paris, I stayed, lace on skin, no longer searching to begin. He took the train, I took the truth, and planted joy where there's proof. I water flowers in the windowsill, I kiss the breeze like it loves me still. Because he left chasing something new, and I stayed choosing what was true.
Paris ne m'a jamais quitté. Paris never left me.
Paris, I stayed, soft and free. This city's rhythm holds all of me. He left, but I remain home, in streets that echo my quiet soul. I stayed, not because he didn't ask, but because I finally stopped leaving myself.
The mirror fogged slightly from her breath. It was midnight. She had removed her makeup and her history. She looked herself in the eyes and whispered something she'd never said out loud before. Ce visage mérite un amour. This face deserves my love.
Mascara smudged, red lips bare, shoulders draped in midnight air. No perfume, no poster key, just a girl who forgot her sleep. I stared into what he never saw, freckles, fire, a softened jaw. And in that glass, I didn't lie, I whispered you're enough and didn't cry. And there I'm leaving my secret view, and no one else, just me and truth. Reflections clear when no one's near, and finally I see me here.
There's something sacred about meeting your own eyes at midnight. No makeup, no performance, just the soft silence of being and the reflection that forgives you for giving too much.
I touched the glass, then kissed my hand. Forgiveness doesn't always demand.
Je suis assez, même ton groupe.
I am enough.
I brushed the hair behind my ear and saw a woman I once feared. Not because she broke or fell, but you she loved too hard too well. Now I trace the curve of jaw and smile at every ancient flaw, because love begins in mirrored glass, where you stop running from your past. Here I'm wondering, I say tonight, not to fix but to invite myself back home without a name, without the ache, without the shame.
The room was quiet, but I felt hurt by my own eyes, by every word. I didn't speak out loud, just breathe. And in that breath, I was finally freed.
We were on meeting, no, just skies, just sacred light behind my eyes. He never saw, but I now see that this reflection belongs to me.
At midnight, I didn't wait to love.
So, everything.
She spritzed the paper once before folding it, not because he would read it, but because she deserved to be remembered in scent, even by her own heart.
J'écris encore, mais maintenant je m'en parfume. I still write, but now I sent it for myself. A page of linen, soft and thin, a gold-tipped pen to draw me in. One spritz of rose and jasmine too, like I'm writing to someone who once knew. But the name is blank, the lines are mine. No dear you, no trace in spine, just the scent of who I am today, folded in words I used to say. Perfume on the page, ink and skin, letters that I keep within. Not for him, not to send, but to start where I used to end. I used to perfume letters to be loved. Now I perfume them to remember that my softness was never the weakness, it was the offering. This page is not a plea or spell, it's me and that's enough to smell. Je suis la rose par la requête, I am the rose, not the request. The bottle clinks, I seal the fold, not for anyone else to hold, just me and memory, grace in hand, the kind no man could understand. I sign it simply with no name, because this letter isn't plain. It's perfume, ink, and sacred breath, a love note never sent to death. Perfume on the page, silent vow, I write to her, the woman now. No need for reply or
forget.
I don't write fit anymore. I said the truth and then send it straight back to my soul.
There is no real map for Saint-Réal. She named it herself. It's the street she walks when truth calls. No tourists, no signs, just the click of her heels. And the certainty of knowing she'll never lose herself again.
J'ai inventé cette rue pour ne plus me perdre. I invented the street so I'd never lose myself again.
Gaslight flickers on cobblestone bend. The street appears where dreams descend. I named it real, I made it true. Place he'd never walk me through. It doesn't need a postal codes, just vacant feet and a heavy load. But each step clears what I once missed and shows me love and things unasked. Who's Saint-Réal? I walk alone in heels and hush. I make it home. Land aside, no shadowed face, just sacred steps in sacred space.
This the street where I became home. No one finds it unless they've been broken. It's quiet, except for the sound of old stories letting go beneath the arch of a candleless sky.
Not all paths have names or gates. Some just wait until she waits. C'est moi le chemin, c'est moi le lieu. I am the path, I am the place. I used to follow signs and signs, looking for his hand in mine. But now I make my own terrain, with sidewalk tears and sidewalk gain. Rue Saint-Réal curves through pain and turns into warm velvet rain. And when I walk with grace and lipstick bold and fearless pace. Rue Saint-Réal, mine to claim. I don't arrive, I just remain. He never saw this hidden street, but it's where I place my feet. The city knows me, even if he didn't. I mapped this lane in every ache, and now I stroll it like it's sacred silk. Je ne cherche plus sa rue, je trace la mienne. I no longer seek history to trace my Saint-Réal. No need to run, the journey started when I was done. No man could pave this place for me, because my soul is its own city. I made this street with heartbreak and heels, and now I walk it like it's mine.
She didn't burn the letters. She didn't reread them either. She tied them, not to preserve, but to close. Je ne détruis pas. Je conclue. I don't destroy, I close.
Red silk ribbon, knotted slow, wrapped around the things I'll never show. Not rage, not pain, not final say, just folded silence tucked away. You wrote me once, I wrote you more. Now they rest inside a drawer. No flames, no tears, just thread and care, because not all goodbyes need air. Tied with a ribbon soft and sure, a gentle and a sacred cure. I don't need to tear or burn to prove finally learn.
Closure doesn't come from ripping. It comes from bowing, not to him, but to yourself.
Every night, a letting go. Not for him, for me to grow. Je suis plus douce que la fin qu'il méritait. I am gentler than the ending he deserved. I tied them once, I tied them twice, like dressing grief in something nice. Because healing doesn't scream or stain, it just stops riding through the pain. And then I close that drawer tonight. I'll sleep with nothing left to write. No what ifs tangled in my thread, just boughs of peace wrapped round the dead. Tied with ribbon, not with spite. I kissed the past, then held me tight. I don't need fire, I don't need fear. Just closure wrapped in lingerie and year.
No signature, no yours always. Just satin silk and the sound of done. Je l'ai aimé, mais j'ai fini.
I loved him, but I am done. Tied with ribbon, nothing lost. Only softness, not the cost. He won't read, and that's okay, because this closure speaks my way. I didn't seal it for him, I sealed it for me. And that's the only bow I need.
It was the last time she ever did. Not screamed, not cried, clean, deliberate, and final.
Je l'ai écrit une dernière fois, puis je me suis réécrite.
I wrote him one last time, then I rewrote myself.
Black ink, white page, calm hands, no rage. I wrote his name without a sigh. No begging lines, no twisted why. Just 4 soft letters and a dot, then left the rest to things he's not. I stared a moment, didn't shake, then turned the page for my own sake. His name in ink, no more, no less. A closing line, a quiet dress. I didn't bleed, I didn't break. Just sign the truth for my own sake. We always think the last time will be loud, but sometimes it's just a pen gliding gently over the final illusion. He was never etched, just drawn in sin, but I held on like it was planned. Je ne le crois plus, je me trace.
I no longer engrave him, I align myself.
I signed beneath, not with a heart, but with a vow to never restart. The letters stood, then softly blurred as my new name began to stir. I picked the pen, then let it fall, because his name didn't matter at all. It wasn't love, it was a phase that I rewrote with golden gray. His name in ink, then turned the page. Not with fire, not with rage. Just the peace of letting go of what I tried too hard to know. No loop, perfume touch. Just me, choosing not to care this much.
C'est la dernière fois, il est à l'encre. Moi je suis vivante. It's the last time, he's in ink. I am alive.
His name in ink, no longer mine. A chapter closed, a clearer line. I write myself now, bold and new, and never bleed for deja vu.
I wrote his name one last time, and never again. Because now, I only write me.
She poured 2 glasses last year. Now she only pours 1. She puts her favorite song on. She doesn't wait. She closes the curtain, slips off her robe, and says out loud, this time,
It's me.
Je me choisis pour un dernier maintenant. I choose me, not last now. I used to ask, will he come back? Now I ask, do I need that track? I danced for silence, begged for crumbs, counted stars while biting thumbs. But now I light the candle slow, pour wine like I already know that this time love is not a plea, it's a vow I made to me. This time me, no waiting game, no checking phones, no shifting lane. I put my lipstick on to see how good it feels to choose me.
I wore red without a reason, I moaned without a man. I lit the room with scent and softness, not for seduction, but for reclamation. No one's coming, and that's okay, because the mirror stayed anyway.
Je suis ma promise, and my own promise. I make the bed with linen gold, not for him, for stories told by women who rise from lace and lack, who fall in love and don't go back. My heels don't echo for a chase, they announce a woman in her place, not on a pedestal, not on a stage, but centered in her sacred page. This time me, full and clear, I hold myself when no one's near, not bitter, not proving anything, just being my own offering. No more calls unanswered, no more proving I'm worthy. This time, I don't send anything. I receive myself.
Ce n'est pas une revanche, c'est l'entour. This is a revenge.
It's a return. This time me, and all I am, soft and sacred, not a plan, not a maybe, not a test, but the woman who chose herself best. This time, no reaching, no aching, no edit, just me.
You thought I'd end this with your name, with a longing, with a tear. But I wrote 20 songs, lit 2 candles, danced 20 nights in silence, and never once broke myself to be understood. So no, this is not yours, not this dress,
dress.